We often hear a lot about trauma bonding online, at least I do. But I personally think, as victims of complex childhood trauma ourselves, it can be difficult to recognize these dysfunctional attachment patterns because of what's been ingrained in us from the beginning. So, trauma bonding is tricky because it dysregulates our nervous system. It's that emotional attachment that forms between a victim and their abuser through repetitive cycles of mistreatment, followed by moments of tenderness, affection, apologies, and attention. It tricks us into thinking that we are in this once in a lifetime love affair, but really it's our survival responses kicking in. I think that because of the intensity of trauma bonding, the relationship that is, it can cause us to go into scarcity mode too. So here are 5 signs that you may be experiencing a trauma bond instead of love. First thing, you realize that you don't even like the person. Now, how many times have you found yourself in this pattern where you're around this person that makes you feel sick, where you feel anxious around them, yet you still crave their approval, yet you feel that you need them? That, my friend, may be a sign of trauma bonding. The second thing is the relationship is just built on shame and guilt. They're always making you feel guilty for standing up for yourself, for speaking your mind, for setting boundaries, and they minimize your voice. That, my friend, is a sign. And third is you're not sure if you should even be in this relationship. That question, should I stay or should I go? Because there's all of these, patterns of abuse. There's so many cons than there are pros. So it's like, am I really doing myself a favor by staying in this relationship? And then the next element, the fourth element, is there is this pattern of love bombing and gaslighting. So this person, again, is just showering you with love, doping you up with love, but then they are tearing you down, making it seem like you're crazy, like you are the one causing the relationship to be in shambles and to fall apart. That is manipulation. And then the fifth element of it is hypervigilance. You're constantly living on edge. You're monitoring, again, everything that you do because it, again, is your fault that the relationship is in the state that it's in, when clearly they have a lot to do with the tumultuous dynamic in a relationship. So if this at all sounds familiar to you, recognize that these patterns are not good for you. These patterns should not be tolerated. You deserve more. And you are a working progress, right? You are a work of art, and rebuilding your life, gaining that sense of control if you have been in pattern of, limerence, a pattern of trauma bonding, what we're talking about today. You will not get over it overnight. It will take work. It will take support. You can't do it alone. So I encourage you to connect with a licensed professional to process your story and to regain your sense of strength and control and autonomy of your life. I hope that this resonates with you. Until next time, we will connect again.